right, welcome to this session on the King's Reckoning. So this is, if anyone's ever heard of a 360 review, this is that in a slightly different format. And the reason we do this, I mean, I did this first, was something that my coach got me to do, and I found it pretty terrifying, I'll be honest. But it taught me a hell of a lot about myself. The reason we do this part is because you have a completely false idea of who you are. And this will help you build some evidence very, very quickly as to who others see you as. And some of that will be really useful, by the way. This will not all be bad. This will not all be terrifying. Some of it will be very useful, and some of it will be uncomfortable. So be objective again about this, and it's going to be really worth doing. And so 100% recommend getting on with it and doing it. This challenge tells you the truth about your leadership as reported by your closest counsel. To create a life you've never lived, you must become a man that you have never been. The man is limited by what he cannot see, and every man has a blind spot. Not flaws, just a blind spot. These behaviors, energies, and patterns are obvious to others but invisible to us. Left unseen, they quietly govern your results. The King's Reckoning exists to bring these blind spots into the light so they can be governed. This is not feedback or validation. This is a truth-gathering exercise. What you see clearly, you can remedy, and what you avoid seeing, if you avoid this, it's just going to rule you. If you avoid it, it's going to rule you. So the standards here, this process does require courage and restraint. You will not defend yourself, explain yourself, correct perceptions, or argue context. You will listen, record, receive, acknowledge, and reflect. You're going to assemble a council. A council is going to look like two people who know you intimately, maybe a partner, close friend, or a long-term confidant. Two people who know you quite well, but not deeply. That could be a colleague, a peer, extended family member, client, collaborator. Two people who don't really know you at all. A neighbor, a stranger, someone you just interact briefly with on the train. And this will challenge you, stretch you. That is the point. You will become a new man just by doing this task. You need to become uncomfortable. So here's how to go about it. Approach each person directly and respectfully. Use this script. I'm undertaking, words to this effect anyway. I'm undertaking a personal audit to become more self-aware and to identify any blind spots in how I show up. I am seeking honest, direct feedback to help me grow as a man and leader. Would you be willing to give me 15 to 20 minutes to answer a few questions? During this conversation, I am not allowed to reject, defend, justify, or dismiss anything you say. I'm only allowed to listen for clarity. Is that okay with you? And that's it. If they say no, say thank you and move on. Keep going until you get 6 yeses. Part of being a great entrepreneur is the ability to deal with rejection. This one's going to help you with that. So the rest of this is the questions that you're going to ask. During the conversation, you may only ask the following other than the actual questions. Thank you. Can you be more specific? Can you give me an example? Do you experience this as effective or ineffective behavior? Is there anything else you'd like to add? That's kind of it. Silence is allowed. You're allowed to be uncomfortable, but you are not allowed to defend. So first question, what's your first experience of me at first glance right now? Please be honest and direct. How would you describe my energy, body language, and communication? Then you're going to go into the emotional state, emotional stability, back to optimal block to optimal state, professional strengths, interpersonal strengths. These are all the questions. You've got them all there. You'll have to read them. I'm not going to read them all, but I do want to highlight that afterwards to just thank them sincerely, leave the environment. Don't explain later. Don't even discuss it. And that just preserves the integrity of the session. Record your session. I did it with voice notes and sent that to my coach. So you'll be welcome to do that with me. And don't judge or interpret, just review it, review the patterns. What do you notice? What do you learn from this? Just take 3 things from each conversation and what surprised you, what was repeated, what's your self-image? Here's the integration part. How do you take something from this. Who am I being? What was useful? Do I need to adjust my declarations? Do I need to be aware of something I wasn't aware of? So there we go. That is all of it. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Just remember that. And take this in good spirit because it's a great exercise. All right. It's not really an exercise. It's a challenge. It's supposed to be a challenge. And those who avoid this challenge, just you're missing out a key part of the whole initiation process. All right. Lots of love, and I'll see you in the next challenge.